Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Mini-Pufts from the Ghostbusters Plasma series from Hasbro. So as you can see here we get this 3-pack of figures with 3 alternate heads, so you have 6 different heads total. And as far as I can tell, this is just like a little pack of 1-to-1 scale replicas. Now I haven't seen the new movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I have seen the trailer, which they are featured very prominently in. And so that's what makes me think that they're 1-to-1 scale, because they don't really scale correctly with any of the figures, but they are part of the Plasma series. But the Plasma series is kind of weird because we also got that Ecto-1 that didn't scale with any of the 6-inch figures either. So it just kind of seems like whatever replicas or props or things that they want to just, you know, put everything under this umbrella of the Plasma series. Whereas to me, I would kind of rather everything be in scale with the 6-inch figures and that be the Plasma series. But I guess Lightning Collection for Power Rangers has, you know, human-sized helmets and things like that, so I guess it works. But in any case, we're taking a look at the 3 little figures inside here. On the side of the packaging here, you can see all 6 of the different expressions. Over here on this side, just kind of has more of the translucent plastic. And then spin around to the back, gives you a little bio here for Mini-Pufts. And then you can see all of the different heads right here having their own body. Like I said, if you wanted to army build them with this pack, you absolutely could. So I'm going to go ahead, get these guys out of the box here, and we're going to take a closer look. So here are the 3 Mini-Pufts out of the packaging. And I'll be honest, they're neat, but there's really not much to them. It's a pretty stagnant little body. You have some movement here at the arms, kind of at the shoulder. You get a 360-degree movement there. You can spin the heads 360 as well, and it's very easy to pop the heads off, and it's kind of satisfying. Very easy to pop them on, very easy to pop them off, but that's really all there is to these. There's not much going on. The legs don't move at all. They do have peg holes on their feet, but that's really it. They're very generic. I love the expressions. I love this angry little expression over here. This guy's pretty fantastic. Definitely one of my favorites. But that's it. I mean, they all just have the spinning arms, stagnant legs, bodies, kind of hollow. But again, the heads pop off very easily, pop back on very easily. This kind of has like some of the legs kind of set apart. This body has the legs kind of together. That's really it. This has the legs set apart the other direction. So that's really it. There's not much going on. Now we do have this goofy expression. We have another kind of angry expression. We have this super silly expression with the tongue sticking out there. And then for the last one, we have just kind of a generic smiling expression, or kind of blank face expression. So I like the different heads. I think they're neat. And not that I expected there to be a ton of articulation for these, because what would they really do? I mean, maybe they could have put a waist articulation point, just have a basic waist swivel, maybe have the legs swivel, but I also feel like the legs could swivel there, but what would they do? I mean, there's really no point to have them swivel. So I don't know a ton of articulation points that you could pack into these. Really, the waist swivel might be the only thing, but then, you know, maybe that would, the big glaring kind of seam across the center of the belly might look a little weird. So I get it. But I also feel like for as basic as these bodies are, you're really just paying for the heads, which are nicely painted and the facial expressions are great. But this pack was like $25, $26, something. I think it was even $26.99. And it just doesn't feel worth that price. Like, if this pack was 15 bucks, I'd be like, all day. I'll buy 2 of them, I'll display all 6 heads, good to go. Or just give me 1 box of 6 for 30, something like that. But I don't know, $27 for this just doesn't feel worth it to me. I think they're neat, but also the fact that they're 1-to-1 scale doesn't really work. I mean, if I bring in, here is Peter Venkman from the Plasma series. And I mean, you can kind of have him fight them. Like, it's not terrible. It's just you have to realize that they're not this big in the movie, but you could still just have them be like a generic ghost. Or here is a Fright Features figure, which is about 5 inches tall. They don't really scale with either. But again, if you just want to use your imagination and just have them fight them as generic ghosts, fine. But it's just kind of weird to me that they would make these. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're fun, and you want to pick your favorite or put a couple on like desk buddies, something like that. I could totally see it. But they just don't really scale with anything, and the price just seems kind of wildly overpriced. Like, I'm sorry, just $26, $27 for these three little guys really just doesn't seem worth it to me. I think they're neat. I definitely think they're neat, and there's nothing wrong with them. I just feel like there's nothing to them. It's just, I mean, if you take the head off, it's just a very kind of hollow feeling little bulbous body with kind of swiveling arms. I mean, there's nothing to this. And the heads look good, and they pop on easy enough, which is appreciated. But you're trying to tell me that this is worth almost $10? Not in my mind, it's not. I think it's worth $5. But I mean, licensing fees, the cost of plastic, I get it. But at the same time, it just doesn't feel worth it to me. I think they're neat. I just don't think they're worth the price. Maybe if there was a sale, like I said, even $20, I think. The three of these for $20 with the three extra heads, I feel like would be a little bit more in the realm. But almost $30 is kind of pushing it for me. But, you know, maybe I'm out of line. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. If you pick this pack up, what do you think? Do you kind of feel like... I feel like the bodies feel kind of hollow. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. They're not going to break or anything like that. I just kind of... It makes them feel cheaper than they probably are. And to me, it just makes the value seem not there. For almost $30, that seems kind of crazy to me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.